Yeah. So why do we study Vastu? Why do we need to learn about Vastu? Come on, there's no right answer, wrong answer. Just go on with it.
But it is about hit theory as well.
Um, okay, very remote, but yeah, that's just one of the uses. Agreed. Okay, it can give solutions to some problems. What else?
Yeah, it's more of energy alignment, ensuring that all the energies, positive energies, or improving the positive energies and reducing the negative energies and so on. It's a proper science based on whatever I've seen so far.
Okay. I don't think science considers energy at all. I mean, in the
Mm-hmm.
sense that we are discussing it about, right? So, but anyway, see, this is my understanding, right? It does not have to be universally true. Uh, my understanding of Vastu is astrology is a function of time, okay? Largely. Vastu remains a function of space. We live in a four-dimensional world. We have three axes, X, Y, Z, and the time axis, right? So everything that happens in your life, anything and everything, you can spot it up with these four dimensions. Okay, where exactly in space and at what time? If these four or these two, if you call it, we just take space as one dimension. If you know space and time, then you can pinpoint any kind of event or anything in your life, right? So, well, astrology, when it is, it's a function of time, and Vastu becomes a function of space, right? So, what is the meaning of Vastu? Vastu is like, Vas means stay or live, and Tu is you. So, where you live is Vastu, right? Um, see, I'm not going to bore you with the how Vastu came to be, who wrote the book and the history of Vastu. That's all, good for storytelling, good for understanding, but at the end of the day, how is it going to help you? Right? It's not going to. So what we will do is we directly dive into how do I grid. So there's something called as gridding that I will teach you shortly. How do we grid a plan? How do we find good entrances, bad entrances, which is the most important thing in Vastu because about 75% to 80% of your results or your life is rather influenced by which entrance pada that you live in. Which pada entrance, all that we will discuss in detail. But first, we need to know which entrance you are in. All right. So I'll give you a choice here. Do you want to understand to grid first, or do you want to understand what each entrance does first? Depending on the class of choice, I'll move forward.
Grid.
Okay. Grid. Who else? Anybody else wants to do something else?
Yeah, we can go for grid.
Perfect. Okay. Just give me a second. Let me open that software which helps in gridding. See, there are a lot of softwares for grading. All right. The one that I use is this one, sharing my screen. Okay. So I call this is a GeoGebra. It's used by many universities. Open source tool. It's used for a lot of functions across a lot of universities and senior studies. Right. Um, this is a very wonderful function for you to use it in Vastu. Of course, there are other short ways. There's an app that we have developed which can help you find the center instantly. But imagine that you don't have access to all that. Let's say you are a beginner. This is how I began, right? Probably 7 years back. How did I begin centering stuff, right? So why do you use GeoGebra? One thing, it helps us to find the center of a uh, house very easily. And second, the orientation. So does anyone here have their house plan ready in hand that they can WhatsApp to me ASAP? Apart from Krishna? Anyone? If not, then I'll take up some random plan. If anyone does, then let me know. No one? No one has a floor plan ready? Okay. I thought I'll take a live class and, show it to you. That's why. Yes, no problem. Just give me a second. Let me retrieve some case files. Right. So I got a plan. All right. So this belongs to one of the houses that I was planning to move in Hyderabad. It is called as Sanvi Springwoods. Okay. Right. So see, there is a plan here. Now, first two things. One, I need to find the center of this house. Now, centers are not fixed, but I will tell you how to find the center of gravity using GeoGebra. All right. So what you need to do is click on the polygon here. See the polygon? Polygon. Okay, so first go to geogebra.org/classic/classic. Okay, and then go to polygon, paste the picture, and then go to polygon. Then you start choosing the outlines, I mean the outermost points. So I see that these are the two outermost points here. It's a pretty simple, straightforward plan, so I'm not going to worry much about it. So it's here, and then I guess there is this here, and then here, and then I close it. So this is our polygon. Okay, what's a polygon? It's an n-sided figure, mathematically defining it. Okay. So this is our polygon here, right? We just have to write one small function here in input. Let's call it the center as CNTR. Okay. So center equal to CENTROID, centroid of POLY1, because that's a polygon's name that's been designed, assigned in the above place here, poly1. Okay. So now we get the center space. We got the center space as center here. Wait, let me change the color in case you can't see it. So it was visible now. It will be good. Right. So you can see the center now. I'm zooming in. Right. This is the entire outside plot. This is the built-up area. So now what I've chosen is the built-up area. This is how you select the center of a house. Clear? Center of a plan. This is how you find the center of a plan. Now this is the center. Agreed? Understood? Any doubts here?
No, understood.
Perfect. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is take a screenshot of this. Okay. And head over to my Word. All right. Okay. Word is not shared. Let me share that screen.
So we don't include the parking and all this.
No, don't get to that part yet. As of now, I'm teaching you how to find the center of a plan. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. Whether we should include the parking, whether we should include the portico, all that during our course. All right. I mean, course of time. So just give me a second. I need to share my. Right, able to see my word. So I place the picture here. I pasted the picture here. I know the center. Right. Now what I do is I have to go to Google Earth. Now why do I have to go to Google Earth? One second. Now let me go to Google Earth. Which building name did I tell you? I forgot. Pride, is it? Something. Springwoods. Okay, so I'm just pasting the compass also here. This is the compass. Okay, I'm just placing the center for now. Now, how do I find the orientation, right? Because see, this is you don't know which side is east, west. Okay, and never go by what the user tells you, what your customer client tells you, or the builder tells you, or what is there on the floor plan. Usually most of the floor plans, architectural drawings have a heading north. They usually show the north. That's all will be false, right? Always go to Google Earth and wait for it to load. And then, okay, so I think probably new. They changed something here. Right. So once we go here, I go to search Google Earth and I search for Tanvi Spring Woods. All right. So it's in Malampet, Hyderabad, Telangana. So I look for this. Depending on speed of your connection and speed of your computer, it will be a little slow, but let it load. So this is your Tanvi Spring Woods. It's a collection of villas, row houses, all that. Now, there is a tool here. You see this tool that shows measure distance and area, right? You see this, right? Click on it, and then let's zoom in, and then let's choose any building. You'll see all the buildings are aligned equally. So I'm assuming this is one of these flats. Some flats will be different, so you need to find out which villa belongs to your clients or yours, and then do this thing. All right, but since all are equally aligned here, I'm now going to go to that point. So I just draw a line from, let's say, here to here. So I added the first point. One click, I add the first point, and second click, I add the second point. Okay, I just have to manually verify that this line, just give me a second. Okay, Just this line has to be parallel to the wall. It can be any parallel. It doesn't matter. All right. Now here on the right hand side, you see I get the heading as 20.83 degrees. You understood 20.83 degrees? Okay. Now let's say if I draw a line straight up, what will be the heading of that line? If I draw a line straight up to north, what will be the heading of that line?
0 degree.
0 degrees. Brilliant. Now, but now what it is? 20 degrees. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, now go back to our this thing. So if I assume the house is oriented like this, all right. So let's say the house, the front roadside facing is this one. All right. So you have to find out which is the roadside facing. I'm assuming that this is the roadside. South is the roadside. Okay. For this purposes of this teaching, I'm just assuming that. But for this, you need to find out actually. Right. So now what I do is, since the heading is 20 degrees, what I need to do now is offset it by 20 degrees. So how much should I rotate this circle by? See, there are two ways to do it. One is a confusing way where you go to this image and then you rotate this image by 20 degrees, right? One way, because you have to align it, right? You have to align it. So you can rotate this by 90 degrees. 20 degrees. You can rotate the plan by 20 because why? Because all the houses are like this. All the houses are like this, right? So I'm aligning it to that. Okay. Or the easier way, because once I rotate it like this, it's going to be difficult for us to find it. So what other way is, I can rotate this compass the opposite way. Okay, so I rotate this compass by minus 20 degrees. So I go to, where do I go? Format picture? No, I go to rotate. Picture format. Picture format. And then I go to rotate and then go to more rotation. And then here at rotation 0 degrees, I enter minus 20. Okay. It's rotated now. Okay. Now I keep this exactly over here. If you want, you can make it big. It doesn't matter. I just keep it in the center. I ensure that both the centers are coinciding with each other. Placed. Now this is what we call as a gridded plan of your house in Vastu. Very simple. Any doubts, any steps you are stuck anywhere? Very important step. Without this, you cannot go ahead. You can know all the theory, but you can never put any of the theory into proper use.
So this is like the BTR of birth charts, isn't it? The very first step, we cannot go with what the builder claims.
Yeah, you can say this as building verification of coordinates or whatever. But generally we call it just the gridded plan. You need a proper gridded plan, and this is how you prepare a Vastu gridded plan. All right. So first you need to figure out, you need to get the house plan. Find the center of that plan, center of gravity. Okay. Many Vastu experts say that you don't have to find the center of gravity. I will also cover that part in the going forward. But to know where this approximate center is, find the center of gravity. All right. Next is find out the orientation of the building. What do I mean by orientation is how many degrees it is tilted in actuals. Now you cannot do this with the help of a compass, either an oil-filled compass or the compass on your mobile. Go to the house location and keep it and see how many degrees. No, you cannot do it. I'll tell you why, because many walls are not constructed exactly perpendicular to each other. If you see in civil construction, there's always a 2 to 3 degrees gap that is usually covered with putty, paint, tinkering, and all that. Right? So don't believe in all this thing. Go to Google Maps or Google Earth. Earlier Google Maps had the feature, now they've discontinued it. So go to Google Earth, sign in, create an account, open a new project, go to the measure tool, create the points in parallel to the wall of the house, and then find out the heading. Whatever the heading, put a minus in front of it, go to your compass and offset it. Okay, but ensure that you're approximately putting it somewhere there. Okay, so for example, this house we saw had the, it was in a, what do you say, northwest, southeast axis. Right, all the houses here are in a northwest, southeast axis approximately. You can see this, right? All these houses here are in northwest southeast axis, which means the road for, let's say my house is this one. My house is this one where I kept my plus pointer. Okay, the road is in approximately where? Approximately in the southwest of the house or south of the house or between south and east of the house. Not southwest, sorry. It's between south and east of the house, the road. So we go to our word and we see here the road should be approximately between south and east. Where is the road here? Assume the road is here. Okay, then only it is right. Okay, the road is here, only then it is right. That is.
So similar thing will be applicable for the apartments also, like if somebody is staying in apartments, 10th floor, 15th floor, 20th
Yes,
floor.
you need to find out where exactly the house is, which side is the road facing or the park facing. Also, have some reference point. Okay, here I've taken the road as reference. You can take anything as a reference. All right. So it doesn't matter. If you take this road as reference, it's between south and east. I approximately figured out it's between south and east, and then I offset the map. All right. So you can find out any reference point. This is not Vastu. This is more about your logic and your spatial reasoning. Okay. So initially it's a little difficult. Get started, do it a lot more, then you'll be fine. Easier way to do it, ask the client to send a reading facing the compass reading facing the road. Okay. You get an approximate degree. Then you know it is between south and southeast or whatever. And then from there on, you can calculate the exact degree. So do a coarse tuning first and then do a fine tuning. Both ways you can do it. All right. So is this very clear? Very important, because without this, no point doing it. Very clear, this one?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So once this gridding is done, all right. Is my video and audio clear?
No, sir.
I can't see you. Maybe not sure if it's
Yes,
only
sir.
me.
And yes, so. Integrated canvas.
Yeah.
Just give me a second. Okay, I feel it's better now. Okay, so far so good. Any doubts so far?
No, sir, clear.
Perfect. Okay. So next is about the 5 elements. I think someone here mentioned about the 5 elements. So Vastu is all about balancing the 5 elements. Everything in this world is made up of 5 elements, right? So even if you take up the Ayurveda or the Siddha way of system, and then you read upon it, all the three doshas that you have, Pitta, Vata, and Kapha, all these are made up of the 5 elements. So what are the 5 elements?
Earth, air, water, space,
Hmm,
fire.
Fire.
fire. Okay. So what is the interlinking between these 5 elements? Any ideas? Have you ever thought about it? How are these 5? See, everything needs to be created, everything needs to be destroyed, right? Everything has a beginning and everything has an end, right? So how are these 5 elements created, or where do they begin and where do they end, or how do they end, or who destroys them? Any thoughts with respect to this?
More of an energy or an energy body reference, isn't it?
Maybe like the fire element will be destroyed by the water element. We can change also.
Okay. Then what else? What about who creates fire element? Who destroys fire element?
I think water is created from fire and then earth is created from water, something like that.
What is created from fire and was created from water? Okay. Think about it. I mean, you give me your thoughts. Whatever you think, whatever comes to your mind, let me know. So let's take up the first element. Let's say your first element is earth, or let's say the first element is water. Okay. Um, who do you who do you think, or what do you think creates water? What creates water? Or
Combination
I'll
of hydrogen and oxygen molecules.
okay, or I will ask it in a simpler way. All right. Where do we get rain from?
Clouds.
Cloud
Clouds?
formation.
So
Okay.
air,
Not air. Clouds is in the space.
space.
All right. Okay, great. So water comes from space. So space element creates water element. Agreed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Is everything
what?
indirectly connected to sun?
No. Okay. Uh, maybe yes or no. It depends. All right. Not sun as a planet in astrology, but sun as a planet in science. Yes. Okay. So yeah, coming back to our interconnection between these 5 elements. Okay. Now, when I pour water to a plant, okay, what does the plant do?
It grows.
And then does what?
That's earth.
No. What does a plant do? Answer my question. Let's not skip it. What is the major work of a plant or a tree? Why do
Oxygen.
Releasing oxygen.
great
Takes in carbon dioxide and
and
gives out
releases
oxygen.
oxygen? Right. So you give water, the plant gives out air or oxygen. Correct?
Yeah.
So air element is created by the water element.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, when the plants or the or let's say the firewood, once a plant becomes firewood, all right. So what it creates? Fire element. Correct. So fire, or it also supports the combustion process. Science, even scientifically, oxygen supports. Without oxygen, fire cannot be there. So air creates the fire element. So far we have studied about space. space creates water, water creates air, air creates fire. Okay, so once the firewood burns and all the it's completely converted into ash, let's say a lot of things is created like that. Where does it go or what it becomes? Let's say across millions of years.
It becomes part of the earth.
It becomes the earth element. Okay, so fire creates earth element.
Yeah.
Oh. So now we have understood the cycle.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Now this is the cycle of creation. Okay. Now let's look at so let me also show you a diagram. If I share my screen, my video goes on, correct? Okay, those 5 elements, right? So this is the 5 element theory. Each creates the other, and it's a cycle.
Sorry, one point here.
Yeah.
We can draw different relationships between 5 of these elements, right? It need not be the same sequence as such.
How will you draw your own this thing?
No,
Explain.
just thinking. I think I thought we just explored a specific sequence.
Okay, so this is the only sequence that is possible. So
Okay.
water cannot fire, water cannot create. I'll tell you why the other sequence is not possible once we get into so this is the cycle of creation. Let's get to the cycle of destruction.
Okay.
So yeah, so coming back to this, so cycle of creation, you have this 5 elements. Everything works on 5 elements, right? So I had a big PPT planned, but I was able to explain it a much shorter way. I'll share this with you, so it's not a problem. Right, so elemental dominance, we'll come back to a little later after this, and let's look at the destruction cycle. This is the creation cycle, and this is the destruction cycle. How water destroys fire? Okay, when you put water on fire, what happens? Oh wait, it might be confusing. Let's stop. Now you've got the you have the 5 elements on your mind now, right? So now tell me, I think my video has a problem. Right. So we have 5 elements. You got the chart, right? So have that in your mind. Now tell me, let's take up water. Okay. Water creates air, and water is created by space. So only 2 more elements are left. Which are they? Fire and earth. What controls water, or what? See, destruction can also be read as controls, blocks. All these are synonyms. Okay, they can be equally used in this understanding. So water and fire and earth, what is the relation? Water destroys fire. Everyone knows that. To put out fire, you pour water. So water element destroys the fire element or controls the fire element. Because there's too much of fire, you want to control it, again you can pour water. So water controls the fire element. Right? Which is another element left? Earth. So therefore, earth has to control water element. But how?
It absorbs water.
Earth holds water, right? So let's say
Yeah.
why are you not in the middle of ocean? Or why are we not in the middle of ocean? Because it's protected by the landmass. Landmass surrounding us is holding the water, right, away from us, or stopping the water from reaching us. Let's look at a dam. They construct a dam which is again, holding the water, which is earth element. Right? So earth controls, blocks, destroys water element. Water element controls, destroys, stops fire element. All right. Now, fire element destroys which element? Only 2 elements left. Now, there's only 1 element left. Fire is created by air. Fire creates earth and fire is destroyed by water. So what element will fire destroy?
Space.
Space. Done. Next, what is the next element? Space element. Space is created by earth. Space creates water. Space is destroyed by fire. What element will now space go and destroy?
Air.
That's it. Okay. Space will destroy air element. How? Let's say if gravity disappears now, what will happen? All the oxygen gets sucked out in the space. Right. So space will destroy air element. Right. Now coming to air element. Air element is destroyed by space, created by water. Air creates fire. What is the left out element?
Earth.
Earth. So what air does to earth? Air controls or blocks or destroys earth element. All right, air element controls, blocks or destroys earth element. Okay. I think we've studied all the 5 elements creation destruction cycle. We don't need such a big PPT for that, right? So anyway, I'll just show it once again. So yeah, this is the short form of it. Water destroys fire, fire destroys space, space destroys air destroys earth, earth blocks water, or earth controls water. So you can say destroys, control, block, all this can be equivocally used. Okay. Then next, water element. So let's now study in detail about each of these elements. Okay. First, the water element. What is the nature of water? To be always flowing. Okay, so water never stays in one place, it will always flow. Even if in one place, there will be waves. It will keep moving from one place to another. The upper layer will go to the bottom layer. There will be convection. Okay. Currents. There will be currents in the water. So water is again represented by blue color and a shape of wavy. Okay, let's say somewhere in your house, you have to introduce water element. The easiest way to do is put a blue color there or put a blue wavy symbol over there or wavy pattern over there. Okay.
Sir, but water is colorless, right?
Yeah,
Usually,
but
from science perspective.
very good, very good. Okay. But when you look at the ocean, what does it appear to be?
It's blue in India and then sort of greenish in
At the
West.
end of the day, it's about
Yeah.
what your subconscious says. See, when you look at a clear, transparent liquid, you might be reminded of so many other things, glass, let's say some resin, gum, so many things, right? Glycerine, could be anything,
Yeah.
right? Alcohol, right? But when you look at blue, the first thing that subconsciously pops up in your head is always water.
Okay.
Okay. Next.
But the sky
Hmm.
as well, right? The space element.
It's not the sky, it's the clouds.
Yeah, which is also blue.
Clouds are not blue in color. Clouds are either gray, black, or white, or sometimes colorless. Hence, all these colors belong to the space element. Got it? Okay.
Okay.
Now, before we proceed further, I will introduce you to what? Vastu Chakra. Where's Vastu Chakra? Yeah, let's use the same figure. It's about the entrances, but still, it is the same. So it's called as the Vastu Chakra. Some people call it Satya Chakra. You can call it the Dividisha Chakra, whatever. So this is the Vastu Chakra. It is nothing but a circle divided into 32 equal parts, not 16 equal parts. Okay, whatever the case may be, it applies like that. Right. So in this, if you see, oh, in this, the place from here to here is controlled by the water element. Okay. These directions, your north, northwest, north, northeast. So what are these directions? First of all, there are 4 directions, right? North, west, east, and south. When you subdivide, let's say we are going to subdivide the directions. When you subdivide north and east, what do you get? You get northeast. Okay, what is the center of north and east? It is northeast. At 45 degrees, it will be northeast. What is between northeast and north? How will you name that thing? So you will say it is to the direction that is to the north of northeast, which is north-northeast. Okay, a short form as NNE. That's how these directions are named in case someone has a doubt. Let's look at again south and west. What is the center point of south and west?
Southwest.
Southwest. And what is the center point of west and southwest?
West, southwest.
West of southwest. The direction that is to the west of southwest. How will you point out the direction? No. Hey, direction A, direction B, you cannot call it, right? You have to, there should be some logic. Right? So we say direction that is to the west of southwest. Now, if you look at some Mariner's compass, some detailed readings like this, there is one more thing. There's another subdivision where they go into west of southwest, which is another subdivision, right? So we don't get into that complexity for Vastu. Here we stop with 16 subdivisions for the directions and 32 subdivisions for the padas. What are padas? It's nothing but the 16 directions subdivided into one more part. Every direction gets divided into 2 equal parts. Now coming back to the which element predominantly present in a particular direction. So from north northwest to end of northeast, you have water element present. Okay. Next, where is the air element present? So air element starts from the border of northeast, or say east northeast, to all the way up to your east southeast. This is your air element. Clear? Next is your fire element. Your fire element starts at southeast, goes all the way till end of south. Okay. Next, you have your earth element. Earth element starts at southwest and goes up to southwest. Next, we look at the space element. Space element starts in the southwest and goes up to northwest. Right? These are the places. Now, these are the zones where these elements are present predominantly. Please understand the word predominantly. I'm not saying this is the only place where the element resides. Elements are there throughout this chakra, or throughout your house. Okay, every element will be there in every part of the house. All right. It's not like, let's say you want water elements energy for some particular thing. You cannot go to the north and sit if, let's say, your north is cut off. Okay, let's say there's a problem in north. Doesn't mean the problem will affect only the north. It will affect everywhere. Why? Because elements are present everywhere, but predominantly they are in this particular direction. So you can say, for work, they work everywhere, but when they want to rest, they go here and rest. All right, because this is their house, or this is a place where they feel most comfortable. All right. So water, air, fire, earth, and space elements. This is how they are given to the directions. All right.
Yeah. One question. So is this hard coded? Whatever.
Yes, this is hard coded. Yeah.
Just wondering why water has more area compared to the
Nothing like that. Even space has more area.
I mean,
has the least area.
It's not uniform. Is there any specific reason?
It is not uniform. I have been thinking about this for a long time. I got an answer is C. There are 2 types of Vastu. One, there is Vedic Vastu. Vedic Vastu considers only 4 elements. Okay, you go to any Vedic Vastu practitioner, they will call the modern Vastu practitioners as idiots. And when you do the vice versa, these guys will call them that. So having studied both, I feel, or from my experience, I have realized that this 5-element system works more accurately than the 4-element system. All right, in the 4-element system, each quadrant is given to an element. All right. And even in this, there are a couple of schools of thought. There are some disputed directions, like, for example, northeast. In some books, you will read it as made up of earth energy. And therefore, any toilet remedies in the northeast, they will ask you to put a yellow tape, which is absurd. Don't do it. You will get either cancer or a brain disease or a kidney disease, right? So you cannot do that, right? So these are hard coded. Again, from my experience, Krishna. So I cannot really debate as to where this comes from. All right. So I will stick by it when I do my teaching and predictions. Okay. So it's up to you to choose which school of thought. If you're not studied Vastu before this, then stick to this. If you've studied Vastu before, then forget that and follow this because this works best for me. In case something else works best for you, let me know. I will research on that. All right. Cool. Any other doubts? Perfect. So I'll just clear. In case you want to take a screenshot of it, you can because it's not there anywhere else. Just give a second. Yeah. Coming back to it. Right. So the directions given to this water are NNW, N, NNE, and NE. So what happens if it is in a balanced state? Residents all, water element, obviously most serene element. So they give you a lot of opportunities. Water isn't always a flow, right? Opportunities keep coming. Good health, well-being, and clear thought flow. Because again, thought is also like water, it has to flow. Clear thought flow. Right? So that is the balanced state useful. What happens when it is in a imbalanced state? Right? So no new opportunities in life, bad health or no recovery from diseases. I'm not saying the diseases will not come. I'm just saying the recovery of disease will be faster when it's in a balanced state. So if it's not in a balanced state, frequent diseases and recovery very late. Right? And then complete loss of clarity in thoughts. Okay. So then it creates air, it destroys fire, it's blocked by earth. And yeah, coming back to the senses. So this is something that I wanted to. Yeah, these are the 5 senses of how the 5 senses align to the 5 elements. All right. Water is predominantly taste. How do you remember that? Because taste, whenever something is tasty, you kind of drool or, you have a lot of saliva, you salivate. So, which is again the liquid form. So you can remember it like that, right? So water corresponds to taste. Air, obviously, now sound has to travel through air. So air is hearing. Fire, again, vision. Without fire, there'll be no light. Without light, you cannot see. Okay, fire is vision. Earth, when there is something that falls on the earth, you get a good smell, right? That is earth. And space is touch because you can touch, right? I mean, you can actually hold the space. Everything you do is in the space element, right? So this is how you map elements to the 5 senses. In case I'll share this PPT, don't worry. So just giving you a clarity of how do we. So for example, let's say, so I'm just slowly getting into, the Vastu part of it. Let's say someone is doing let's say someone is doing a food business. Okay. Someone is doing a food business. What color should they predominantly use in their workplace? Let's say our client who does
Blue and yellow.
Why yellow?
That is because of smell.
Good. All right. But what is the relationship between blue and yellow?
So, okay. They are contradictory to each other.
Yes. So therefore, you cannot put those 2 colors together anywhere for any purpose. All right. And one more small secret is that whenever you use a singular color throughout your house or office building or warehouse or whatever, use a singular color, that color will become a earth element. It is present everywhere. Okay. It'll start acting as a earth element. Like for example, let's say you put a blue color in southwest. Southwest is whose zone? Which element zone is southwest?
Earth.
Earth. Can you put a blue color there?
If they are contradictory, we should not.
Yes. You cannot put any color or anything relating to that element in a element that either destroys it or it destroys it. Or it destroys that element. You get the drift. So generally you cannot put blue element in south, south, or southwest, right? But let's say you have painted your entire house in blue color. Okay, it's not a problem, right? So that is not a imbalance. Okay, so coming back, um, someone is, let's say, into the movie business. Someone is into the movie business. What colors are mostly used in PVR Inox theaters?
Yellow, more on the
No, not about the branding. I'm talking about the screens inside.
Space color,
Hmm?
not white.
Think about what color the curtains, what color seats they have.
red, fire.
Correct. Red. And why do they use red? Because it's predominantly vision.
Yeah.
Okay. So many people might say that I don't believe in all these things and these things. Either subconsciously they'll be doing that, or they'll be actively following these principles. Okay. So anyone doing any business related to vision, red is the best color. Any family of red color they can use throughout the building. All right. Let's say someone is doing a perfume business. What color should they use for the entire this thing?
In
Yellow.
yellow.
Yellow. Brilliant. Okay, so this is how you relate a person's activity to the senses and then relate the senses to the elements and then use that element to boost the particular activities, fortune or good part of that activity. All right. Is this clear? Okay. Now, again, I have a 20-page slide. I don't want to bore you through it. Okay. I'll probably, share that, but I'll just take you quickly through it. So air is as created by water. Its shape is, okay, one more thing. The shape is another important thing that I'll just tell you. So, okay. Air generally is a rectangle shape, but oval is also considered as air element. Okay. Probably, I think it should make it a little like this. I'll change the picture. I have told you the direction. Okay. When it's in a balanced state, air helps you out to reach out to a lot of people, a lot of connections, social connections. All right. Communication is all related to air element. So obviously, when you have a good air element, you try to get a lot of people with whom you can try new things with. Okay. And then obviously social growth. If it's an imbalanced state, you cannot do your regular work. You will not have any support from people, not support. You'll not be able to meet any new people, no social life. Okay. And constant fight with your friends, relatives, whoever comes to the house, etc. Yeah. Next. Fire element. Fire element, the symbol is a triangle. Okay, its color is red, obviously, and its color is symbol is triangle. Fire element is a equivalent to your cash flow. It provides money. What will money buy? Money will buy confidence, money will buy peace, money will buy relaxation, money will buy security. If you have money, you can have security. If you have money, you can go to Bali, you can relax. Okay. If you have money, you can sit inside a peaceful villa or a resort or clubhouse or whatever that is. And if you have money, obviously you'll have a lot of confidence. I'm not saying money will give you everything, but money will give you all these things. Okay. Money will not give you happiness. That's not, I've not included this here, but money will give all these things. Therefore, all these things are related to the fire element because fire is money. Okay. Because what happens? Fire constantly burns, right? It consumes something. Same way, right? Money. To live in this world, you need to consume money continuously. So the directions I've told you, color and shape I've told you. Good. In the balanced state, regular cash flow coming in, coming out, going in, coming out, everything, all that, and confidence and all that is there. Balanced state, payments get stuck in market, especially for business people. Lethargy will be there. A lot of you'll not have that fire element to do something. That fire to do something will not be there. All right. And no proper sleep schedule. Right. Earth. Earth element is a square shape, yellow color. Now tell me what will happen if earth element is imbalanced? Earth element represents all these things, right? Knowledge, skill, quotient, status, weight. What will happen if earth element is imbalanced?
Maybe
Career, profession is
we will not
impacted.
have practical thoughts, maybe because of stability.
No,
Obesity.
thoughts is here, not.
Okay.
Thought flow is here, not. Clarity of thought is not. This one belongs to knowledge, skill, and then your what should remain in your life, what should get away, that kind of thing. What else?
Career and profession will get impacted.
Career and profession will get impacted. Yes. Okay.
Mental
What else?
stability. Mental stability.
Mental stability. Okay. See, cut off that mental stability. What does earth element provide? Where do trees grow? On the earth. Okay. What if
Yeah.
the earth soil is loose? Tree will fall off. Okay. Here I'm not representing tree as air element. You can consider any structure. It is always built on earth. Why? Because earth is the most stable element. Can something be constructed in water? And something be
Oh.
constructed on fire, air, nothing. Right? Always consider earth. Why? Because earth is the most stable element. So if that stability is lost, what happens in your life? Stability goes away. Okay, sudden things start happening. Okay. So balance state, stability in career, business, relationship, everything. And you get the ability to let go of stuff. Very important. Okay, you can let go of stuff. You'll not be a hoarder. If you're a hoarder, then we need to check something in respect to earth. Next is the space element. Color is gray, black, white. All this is silver. All this is your space element. Shape is round. Okay. Sometimes it's also called as a metal element. In Chinese Feng Shui, it is called as a metal element. Why? Because metal is taken from earth, so earth gives rise to space. Earth gives rise to metal, so that's where this comes from. Okay. And metal is also used to collect water, rainwater, so that's where space gives birth to. The Chinese system says that metal gives rise to water element. Right? Okay. Balance state, imbalanced state, right? So if you're stuck, your main cause of fulfillment, happiness, if you're not happy, you get depressed, you get sad, and you feel stuck and mental imbalance. So all this is related to space. We'll study every function of your life. We'll study about which direction it represents that. Okay. So this is a summary. I will again share that. Don't worry much about it. Right. Okay. So far, any doubts? I may have been a little fast, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
I was wondering that is it possible that there are people or houses where all the elements are imbalanced? All five.
See, I will not answer this question now because if I answer this, you will get a wrong idea about how Vastu works. Okay. I will address this question when I come to teach you about how to balance the elements. And if at all, do they need to be balanced? Because see, your body could be different from your mother's, father's, wife's, kid's body. All right. You might be a Pitta dominant person, which means you have a lot of fire and earth element. Okay. Let's say your house also has a lot of fire and earth element. What happens? You start getting gastritis, start having some sort of bloat or any issues relating to, I'm just taking from a health perspective. Or you might be a very person who wants to get up, never sleeps, always working. I mean, that kind of energy might be very high. But let's say you're a Pitta dominant person, which is like fire or earth dominant. And let's say you live in a water dominant or air dominant house. Okay. In that case, your overactiveness will slightly subdue, which is also good for your health. Okay. And you also start getting the effects of this newer elements. Okay. So the balance part of it largely depends on what symptom you have. Okay. What problem you have. If someone comes to you and says, I don't have any problem, I want to ask the consultation, tell them I'm not doing any consultation. Go to room by room, take photo, take video of everything and keep it. Because when the problem comes, go look at the video and photo and put all the things back in the same position. Don't change anything. All right. So we always treat with respect to the symptom. Same thing what we studied in astrology as well. Right. So never treat without symptom. Okay. Okay. Any other doubts?
Naveen, I have one question.
Yeah.
If we go on balancing, say, your fire element in your house or in your surroundings, does it create imbalance in the opposite direction or in any other direction?
Brilliant question. Yes, obviously. So let's say, see, this is a little advanced part of it. It's called bar chart balancing. It's also doable through GeoGebra, but a little complex, far too complex for us to do it here. And it's purely from a theoretical perspective. Practical implication, not that much. All right.
Okay.
But let me tell you, let's say you draw a bar graph, okay, of these
Yeah.
5 elements, okay. And let's say you have more of water. Let's say it's a north-south house. What happens in a north-south house? Let's say it's a rectangular house, okay, elongated along the north-south direction. What happens in such a house?
Air is more prominent.
How?
Because north and south house, if it's a rectangular house, so it will have east facing entrance. So
So,
I'm just calculating from the entrance part of it, then
no,
probably
not
air.
entrance. Your element does not listen to entrance. Okay.
Okay.
Right. See, I'll just tell you, the chart. I need a rectangle. Okay, so this is a rectangle. I'm sorry, where's the rectangle? Okay, this is my house. Okay, let's
Yeah.
assume this is my house. It's a proper rectangle. Center will be somewhere here. Okay, actually my place is at the center. Now, oh, now it's perfect. Okay. Now, what from north to northeast, you have, sorry, not from here to here, your water element, correct?
Yeah.
So this all this place is fully water. Let me just do a text. See, fully here, fully you have water element, correct? Till here. This is all fully water element, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Fully water. Everywhere water is there. Okay. Next. What do we have for, yeah. This is my air element. This is my air
Yeah.
element. Okay. Fully air. Next we go for fire element. Sorry for my drawing. Sorry. Okay. I have more of fire element. Next,
Yeah.
what is my element? Earth. Okay. And then we have space. Now tell me which element is more, which element is less. Approximately tell me.
Earth and fire are more.
What about the water?
No, water and fire are more.
Mhm.
Earth, air, and space are in lesser quantity as compared to.
Correct. So what the least, what is the least here? Which element is the least?
I think air.
Air. Correct.
Yeah.
Now, there are two options to balance these 5 elements. One, you either reduce the element that is high. Okay.
Mm.
In this case, you cannot do that. Why? Because there are 3 elements that are very high.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, also depending on the symptoms. Let's say the occupants of this house are always emotionally crying. Okay.
Yeah.
So it means that they have an influence of a lot of water element. In that case,
Yeah.
you need to reduce some water element. How do you reduce water element?
By increasing the other element which destroys water.
So we paint red. Maybe we introduce red color in that.
I want all answers now. It's going to be very interesting. Actually, yeah, it will be very interesting. How do I reduce water elements? Please participate in this.
Add more of the earth element.
Yeah.
Okay. How many of you say
Utilize
earth? How many of you say earth element? Okay. What does earth element represent? What does water element represent?
So water represents flow, emotions.
Flow, opportunity, emotions. Okay, good. What does earth element represent?
It represents
Stability.
Stability, correct. What are you doing? You are?
Adding more stability.
No, you are using stability to destroy your flow. Correct? It is not just element, it also it applies to everything the element represents.
Yeah.
So you are destroying your flow by creating more stability. What will mean in your life? That you will be in only one position, you will not go anywhere. New opportunities will not come. Correct? So then what do we do? How do we reduce the water limit?
Higher than
Increase the fire
utilize water in other ways.
Wait. Someone said fire element. Krishna, was that you?
No, sir,
Yes.
it's Ish.
No. Someone said fire element.
Sir, it's me, sir, Yashwant.
Yashwant. Okay, Yashwant. Why fire element?
Sorry, so fire element will see water is opportunities, then fire is our ability to do things. So we will get opportunities and maybe we will utilize those opportunities.
Okay, good. Okay, stop here. What is the relation between between water and fire?
Water destroys fire.
Counter.
Correct. So what will happen if you put fire in water zone or water in fire zone?
Fire will be minimized.
Correct. And therefore you're destroying your cash flow by using your opportunities.
Okay.
Okay, maybe you'll get a lot of opportunities and you don't know which to follow, and therefore your cash cycle runs out, or you get a lot of opportunity, invest in everything and you don't have money. Understood?
Yeah.
So earth is ruled out, our fire is ruled out. Now tell me, how can I reduce my water element?
Either you increase your air or your space, but I'm still confused that because air blocks earth and space is destroyed by fire. So
No, ignore. See, whenever you're taking one element, work on that element only. We need to now reduce the presence of water element. How do we do it?
reduce
by increasing air element.
By increasing air element. Why?
Air is less. I mean, for this triangle, air is less.
Okay.
So might as well increase the air and balance it out with water.
We can increase space and air element because the water is neutral towards the space and air.
Water is not neutral towards space and air. There's no neutrality concept at all here. Okay. Either they are friends or they are enemies. There's no.
Okay, then we can say friends.
Yes. Okay. See, if I have to, okay, let's take two questions. Let's say if I have to reduce water limit, then what do I do?
Increase air and space.
How do I increase air?
By placing a rectangle or an oval green shape, something in that direction, or coloring that wall, or specifically
what is the even more practical approach to reducing water limit? What does water create?
Water creates air.
And air element is what?
Air element is
green color.
Yes.
When I say green color, what comes to your mind?
Plants.
So when you
Plants.
keep plants in the north, what do the plants do? They absorb the water and they let out air. Got it?
Okay.
When you keep plants in the north direction, they will absorb the water. So water element will get reduced and they will give out air. So air element will get increased.
Mm.
So this is how you reduce the water element. Now, how do I? So let's say this house is like say inverted, for example. Don't look at this thing. In some house, water element has to be increased. Then what do I do?
Place wavy ocean pictures in that direction or some color that blue wall.
I'm sorry, what?
Small waterfall.
Waterfall? Why waterfall?
Or place ocean pictures or water pictures or something that is flowing in that direction.
So we create more space because water comes from space.
No, you cannot create more space. You have to create the conversion of space to water.
Okay.
Okay. So you introduce the space element in, sorry, you introduce a water element in spaces zone. So space will get converted into water. Basically, put any blue color or any picture in the northwest or west northwest. Okay. So that's how you support the elements. Okay.
Okay.
Best is blue color bulb. Best is blue color bulb. You put it in the space car direction or paint the see bulb. We use it for a different memory. You paint it. You paint that particular wall, whichever has the space element, in blue color. Okay. Then you have the space converting into blue. Understood? Or the vice versa. You can also put gray color in the north side. Understood?
Okay.
Okay. This is how you increase or decrease, or in other words, balance the five elements. You do not never destroy or create. Never destroy or create. Okay, like for example, let me ask you one question. Let's say there is fire in water zone. Okay, some representation of fire element, or let's say a stove. Okay, you have your kitchen in north. You have your kitchen in north. How do you balance that? First of all, is it correct or wrong? Kitchen in north, is it correct or wrong?
Wrong.
Wrong. Why?
Because it's Agni. You are using a gas stove or cooking food on heat in water direction, but will not be very healthy for your body.
Forget about healthy for your body. What you're doing is you're using fire to destroy water, or water will destroy fire. Water, when you keep either water in fire's direction or fire in water's direction, they will destroy each other, correct? Or next to each other also. They will destroy each other, not destroy each other. Fire will destroy water. So your cash flow, your immunity, your energy to do stuff will become zero. Okay. Now, let's say a kitchen or a burner is there in your north direction. How will you balance?
We will add green mat or something because air will support fire.
Okay. Let it support fire.
Yeah. So
let it support fire. So what?
So it will burn more, and then I don't literally mean burn more, but it.
Okay. See, I'll tell you one explanation here. In the north, what happens? You have let's say this is north, right? What will happen? From the center, which is also called as Brahmasthan, I'm saying it for the first time. The center is called as the Brahmasthan. Okay. Why it's called as Brahmasthan? Because it's a place of Brahma, Brahmakasthan. He only creates. So center is the circle of the creator. From here, Brahma creates water energy and sends it towards the north. Correct? So a lot of water energy is flowing here. Let's say your kitchen is here. This is this is your burner. Your burner is here. Okay, exactly in your north. Okay, which is nothing but a fire link. Correct? This is a fire link. Now, lot of water is flowing from the center to lot of water is going to north direction. how will you not let the water destroy fire? How will you balance it?
By blocking it.
By changing the direction of burner.
Wait, we have a Brahma amidst us. Who's that Brahma? Who wants to change the direction? How do you? Okay, see, I'll tell you. Let's say,
Earth
here,
element.
wait, hold on. Let's say here Prachi and Yashwant are fighting. Okay, they're dead enemies. One looks at the other, they will definitely kill each other. What happens if you put them both in a room? Definitely one will murder the other, correct?
Yes.
Let's say, let's say I'm a neutral friend. Okay, I'm a friend for both of you, right? Not neutral friend, sorry. I'm a friend for both of you. Let's say I'm in the room. Now, will I let that happen?
No.
I'll not let that happen. So apply the same logic here. What you have to do is introduce a
Common
friend.
element. Yeah.
Introduce a friend. Which is a friend to water and air, water and fire?
Air.
Air.
Air. Brilliant. So what you do is you put a green strip around the border over here. So what happens? Water comes from here. It gets converted into air. Air will support the combustion. Problem solved.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
Problem solved? No problems at all now?
Yeah.
Any doubts here, guys?
No.
Okay. Now answer this question. Now I want you to work out this part.
Sorry,
tell me.
one query, Naveen.
Yeah.
Is there a concept of potency as well? Because when we took the example of Prachi and Yashwant, are we assuming that they have the same potency?
For? Potency for what?
I mean, the power, the same example of fire and water.
Yeah, correct. See, when fire and water are in play, water will extinguish the fire. Fire cannot do anything to water. Water will extinguish the fire. In the process, there might be some water loss. Water will get converted into water vapor. There will be loss of water. Little. But majority which is going to get extinguished is the fire element. Same way for Earth. If Earth comes into contact with the water, water is the one that is going to get destroyed. Earth is going to stay still. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, now one of you guys tell me, let's say I have my kitchen here. What do I do? Which zone is this?
Space.
Space zone, correct? So a lot of space energy is coming from the center. Lot of space energy is coming from the center. What is the relation between space and fire?
Fire destroys
Destroy space. Yeah.
Fire destroys space. So this is not the ideal situation. How do we balance it?
Air.
Air. What is the relation between air and fire?
friendly.
Friendly.
What is the relation between air and space?
Space destroyer.
Space destroyer, yes.
Okay. What you're doing is instead of putting me as a friend there, you're hiring one more gunda to finish them off. Finish, let's say, Yashwant off. Okay. So, yeah, air cannot come because air and space are not friendly. What can we do here?
Can I add one, maybe earth element?
Sorry? Hello?
We can introduce earth element, something related to earth.
Why?
Because Earth, space and fire are friendly.
Earth is friendly to both space and fire.
Fire.
So you put a yellow tape around the burner, or you put a yellow stone under the burner, whatever works. Okay? Very simple. Works?
Yes.
Balanced. Earth is, now space element is coming. Space element will talk to earth element. Earth element will say, don't harm the fire element. Fire element will want to destroy space. Again, the earth element will say, no, stay away. Or in other words, the fire element will get converted into earth and earth will join with space. Very simple. Okay?
Yeah.
That's it. You have learned to ask. Now all you have to do is grid, find where your kitchen is and apply the remedy. Since we discussed about kitchen, tell me this. Which are the best zones for kitchen?
South and southeast of east.
Which are my fire zones?
Yeah.
Which are my fire zones?
South, southeast, and southeast of east.
Southeast of east. South of southeast.
South or southeast. I'm so sorry.
Southeast of east. Okay. Interesting. Now, what you meant to say is east of southeast, but
Yes.
that is not the fire element. Fire element is from southeast to south. Okay, so
Yeah.
the kitchen burner can come in all these three directions. Okay, it's very good. If you have it in south, fame, name, relaxation, usually good for restaurants. If you have it in south southeast, there's a Raja. Most of the kings in the old days, they used to have the kitchen in either south southeast or west. I'll tell you why that later. But south southeast, it gives you a lot of confidence. Okay. Southeast, cash flow, regular things, energy to do stuff, no lethargy, you wake up early, run. All. So, whatever we're discussing is generic Vastu. This may or may not be applicable to your chart. Okay, for that something let's cover the Astro Vastu, which we'll cover a little later. Right? So, anyways, just wanted to cover this. We are done. Now, where were we? Yeah, 32 entrances. Very important part. Okay, so you want to let's finish this today or let's do it tomorrow?
We'll finish that today. We'll finish it today.
Finish it today.
Yeah. Okay, so by definition, entrance is the most important role in any building. Consider entrance as your mouth. Okay. Now, if your mouth is closed, can you live? No. Same way, if an entrance is closed, a building cannot get any energy from it. Right? Give me a second. Yeah, sorry about that. Right. So I was telling about the entrances. So entrance is the most important part of a house, just like how your mouth is to you. It's where the energy enters the house. Now, I showed you the circle, right? How many directions are there in the circle?
Four major and 16 subdivisions.
Four major, four more, you can say cardinal, which are northwest, southeast, southwestern, northwest, northeast, four directions. So four northeast, southwest, four cardinal directions, so 8. And then you have 8 more subdivisions. Okay, so totally 16 directions. Divide each of these directions into 2 more parts. So totally you get 32. We don't call them directions, we call them padas. Okay, 32 paths, padas, whatever. So each of these 32 padas has a particular effect. When the entrance falls into each of these 32 padas, there is a particular effect. Right? These 32 padas are divided into 4 parts, in the namely the 4 directions: east, west, south, and north. And then they are named as E1, E2, E3, E4, all the way to E8. So E1 to E8, N1 to N8, W1 to W8, S1 to S8. Right? Now, how are they labeled and why are they labeled? Right. Let me show the. Right. So you have your 32 entrances, 8 entrances for north, 8 entrances for east, 8 entrances for south, and 8 entrances for west. Okay. Each entrance is about 11.25 degrees. Why? Because 360 divided by 32 is 11.25. So these are the 32 entrances. If you observe closely here, what does it say? It says N4, but this is north. So usually the confusion here is why does north not begin from N1? Okay. Why does not begin from N1 is usually the question that is asked. You can see my screen, right? All of you? All of you can see my screen? It's very
Yes, sir.
important.
Yes.
Perfect. Right. So the question is, why can't I see this N4 and N5? Why is it coming to north? See, it's merely a convention. Okay, let's say you want to name this tomorrow as Yashwant1, Yashwant2, Yashwant3, Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and name it. Okay, but the result will remain the same. All right. It's just merely a way of, let's say, annotating stuff, right? So there's nothing beyond that, any reason for why these are named like that, right? So N1 begins in the center of northwest. This is where N1 begins and goes all the way till center of northeast. Okay, it goes to the center of northeast, right? I'm not using the color pens here, so please don't get confused. Same way here also, and same way here also. Okay, so you have N1 to N8, E1 to E8, S1 to S8, and W1 to W8. So you have 8, 8, 8, 8, 32 entrances. Okay. Now, what is the effect of all these three, all this 8 or 32 entrances? Okay, a brief thing. There are 9 entrances that are considered beneficial. So it depends again, right? See, some practitioners believe only 8 entrances very strictly are positive. Some practitioners believe 9, some believe 10, some believe 11. Okay, I'll tell you why. Then you can decide for yourself which you consider as positive or negative, because it depends on your stage in life. It depends on what you want in life. All right. And every entrance you can apply a remedy. All right. Let's say you have a wrong entrance, you can remedify it. Before we begin, has anyone here observed or seen or let's say experienced any paranormal activity in their house or anyone's house, or you know anyone who has a paranormal activity in their house? Have you seen some spirits or some figurines routinely, not just once or twice, routinely in your house? Anywhere have you at least heard a story or something? Just curious to understand.
Sir, had we seen, we wouldn't be in class.
Why?
We'll run away from home.
Anyway, you have to come back, right? There you go.
Yeah.
I had a lot of clients who have patiently spoken to me and even told me, please come and visit my house. But yeah, all that I've done is, join with the hands and tell them, please fix the entrance and then I'll come. Okay. So why would I want to go and disturb 2 or 3 happy souls or sad souls lingering there? Right. So just ask, because there's one entrance that can help you see the unseen. Okay. So moving on, we'll divide the all this is normal. Cool. Go ahead. Okay. First we go to N1. N1 entrance comes in the northwest. The upper part of northwest is N1. If you have entrance in N1, you usually are used for support and then thrown away. Like people use you as use and throw. Okay, and you will not change your attitude. You'll be again be the same person who likes to be used and thrown away. Right. Next, N2. N2 are always paranoid that the entire everybody is looking at them and everybody not looking at them. Everybody is jealousy of them. Looking at them is different, right? You always feel that you have something more, and everybody is jealous of whatever you have. And whoever has N2 entrance, check in their house. There will be a instance of extramarital affair. I've seen this in multiple places. Now, this applies only to entrances. This does not apply to sleeping directions, kitchen, toilet, any other things that anywhere in N2. N2 entrance will lead to lack of physical intimacy at home, and then which will lead to extramarital affairs. All right. Good. Don't ask me how do I remember all this. I will tell you a way after, because if I tell you that first, this becomes a little boring. So that's why the reversal of order. N3, one of the best entrances that can be from a generic Vastu perspective. It is so possible it's not applicable to your chart, but again, N3, one of the best. So please don't attend today's class and go do all the remedies and open an entrance in N3 and then come and tell me from the time I opened entrance in N3, all these bad things have started happening to me. Please don't do it. Listen to the full class, attend the full course, then understand. Right? So, yeah, N3 is abundance of wealth. It is called as the Mukhya. The Devta who sits in N3 is called as Mukhya, and he leads to more male child births in the house. And there'll be a lot of people who will want to mingle with you, will come to you for discussing business opportunities, etc. All right. So, for example, any of you aware with the camellias in Delhi, DLF camellias?
Yes, sir. It's premium society. Yeah, most of the topmost businessmen they live there.
So just to give you an idea, the property there is anyway sells north of 200 to 50 crores. All right. That camellias has a entrance in their main, the entire society's entrance is in N3. Okay. So abundance of wealth, more of male child births, and overall one of the best entrances that can be there for a person. Okay. So according to generic ones. For example, N3 does not suit with me, and I'll tell you why later. Okay, coming to N4, N4, the Devta who's present in N4 is called as Bhallat, Bhallat. Every one of these padas here has one Devta sitting there, or Devta's energy field that is over there. All right, doesn't mean the Devta is sitting there. You don't have to do a puja daily there, but just that energy field is called as Bhallat. And Bhallat is responsible for bulk orders. So if you, let's say, activate this Bhallat field by having an entrance here, or there are a couple of other methods. You activate this energy field, you will get big opportunities in life. Let's say you are a person who is doing businesses. Your business is, let's say, selling 10 rupee items. Okay. If you activate this particular energy field, you might get an order for a lakh of those pieces. It doesn't mean you will sell a product worth 1,000. This means that you will get a big bulk order. Okay. And it also leads to inheritance and a good connection between family members and property inheritance. And it's very good for property dealers and real estate agents. N4. Only two good entrances, N3 and 4. N5, I will tell you the effects. You tell me whether it's good or bad. N5 will make you extremely religious, right? So you'll start going to a lot of temples, always puja, part, God, all these things. I'm not talking about spirituality, I'm talking about religious. So it will become to the point where it will start interfering with your daily affairs. So probably if it's a retired couple, then it's okay. But let's say a person beginning their career or in the middle of the career or who's hungry for growth, money, fame, name, promotions, etc. Probably not so great, according to me. Right? So it's up to you to understand whether this is good or bad for you. Right? So suppose this is the entrance for your mother or father, um, who are probably about 60, 60 and enjoying a retired life, then this is good, not a problem. But if not, then no. All right. N6 OCD, this is 100% sure. I've not seen a single case where they have an N6 entrance and they've not had this problem. All right. So I think I've even rectified one thing. Yeah, right. So OCD of any way, any form. Okay, from the simplest OCDs to if I touch up objects, I should touch it again, to all the way to bigger problems. All right. So causes a lot of obsessive compulsive disorders. And most of these people, you see, no one will come to their house. They kind of talk, in a way that it's too idealistic, not okay for the world. Okay, that's what. Yeah, it's impractical. That's the right word. I was looking for the word. Okay. So other people think is he an idiot, and they will kind of start putting that person little away. Next is N7. N7, I mean, nothing so bad. I mean, again, I'm not a casteist. I'm not, trying to um, put down the other gender here, but generally there's a lot of interreligious marriages, and if you have a girl child, for sure this will be there, and most probably you will have a lot of rebel girls, especially if they are teenagers. I mean, teenagers such are rebels, and I hope there are any teenagers here. But this entrance, and especially if you have a girl baby or a girl kid who's in the teenage, then you will have a ride of your life. Okay, better to modify it if the effects start showing. Then N8. N8 is also one of the good entrances, according to me. It gives you the N8, the Devta who sits here in N8 is called as Aditi. She's the mother of the Asuras. There's a good story behind it. Let's skip it for the time being. So she gives you the vision beyond the horizon. Okay, let's say you are able to think in the wider sense of stuff. You will not be bound by ethics. Okay, you will say, what big ethics? I want money. Let my bank balance be full. Okay, and you will do anything to keep that with you. Not just money, fame, name, people. You will hold everybody close. Not just hold them close. You will also, put that food into them so that they can grow along with you. You nurture them. You nurture the relationships, right? Very important, very good for a lot of business persons because they can actually see the truth and give you that hunger to think outside the box. That's the right word. Right? So N8 is a very good entrance again. And this is where the wrong consumption of northeast entrance came into picture. Okay. But what happens? Northeast has two entrances. One is N8, other is E1. N8 gives you high bank balance. What does E1 do? N8 and E1, right? You're able to see, right? Northeast is divided into two parts, N8 and E1. N8 gives you this positive effect. But most people keep their entire entrance in Northeast, or sometimes it goes to E1 also. But E1 gives you losses of many kinds, forced losses. E1 gives you forced losses. Like you'll not be able to control those losses. It's not for your happiness. Okay. Mostly E1 gives you fire accidents. Mostly. And I have personally seen it in my house. Not just once, twice. It could be as simple as, you forget a oil kadai in your house and, that ignites and burns the hood above you and then which translates into a big fire in the kitchen. All right, which you are forced to put down with water and all. So it could be mild incident to a big incident. Happens multiple times in your house, or at least more than once, then check your entrance, it'll be one for sure. Even if it happens one, it'll be one. And there'll be a lot of post expenses like, vehicle going down, any new articles getting repaired. It's one after the other repairs will keep coming. Okay. And this also will cause a lot of like, I bought it just yesterday, it went off, and what did you buy? Arguments will come, and so this will give fighting beyond borders, or fighting, like, when you're arguing with someone, it gives you ideas into your head so that you can make the argument bigger and blow it up, and then completely push that person out of your life, right? So that's what E1 will do. So when you have entrance in Northeast, which people say Northeast is the best entrance and stuff, not true, by the way. N8 is good, yes, but E1 is really bad. So you need to check which path are the entrances. Suppose it's common between N8 and E1 and it's a complete Northeast entrance. What comes in through N8 will go through E1. Okay. So, and then people will say Vastu doesn't work. I had a Northeast entrance. Vastu doesn't work. Or sometimes people have it fully in the E1, or they have two doors and N8 is always shut and E1 is always open. Any of these could happen. E2. E2 is where you spend for enjoyment. Okay, always spending for friends, going out to movies, dinner, what do you say? High back chair. All right. High back chair is what already about 15 to 20,000 rupees, which no one requires in the house, but you still buy it. All right. So you already have, let's say, a phone. No, I will change my phone. Another, upgrade the model. So you keep spending on things that give you happiness, but ultimately you keep spending. Right? So better not to encourage this entrance, this effect. All right. So always party, all that thing, enjoy, that kind of thing will give you. E2 will give you that kind of. So if you have a son or daughter who's always into this, and probably you're also slightly into that, check for the entrance, it'll be it. E3, again, one of the very good entrances, extreme good connections, positivity, very good for politicians, etc. All right. So E4 also similar. So certain political connections. So both E3 and E4. Very good. E5, again, problem. E5, the god there is, so E3 is giant, E4 is Indra. Indra is the ruler of the Devas, right? So they both are very good. But 5 is Surya. Who is Surya? The king, right? He is always the Raja. So people in E5 entrance always have this Raja kind of a system, where even the smallest mistake, go and behead them. That's it. Straight away cut the head, nothing else. Nothing else doing. Nothing else will work. So it's always a Raja system, extreme things. So therefore, people might put cases against them, start having fights. So they're like, okay, you showed your finger to me today. I'm taking you to police station. I'm taking you to court. Let's see you. Let's fight the court for next 10 years. That kind of a behavior will come. Okay. So that is E5. E6 is Satya. Satya is the one who always speaks the truth. So these people give a lot of commitments and they'll not be able to uphold the commitments. Okay. I know it's some Devata's energy will be oxymoronic, but that's how it is. All right. I'm not here to give you the logic. I'm trying to give you the symptoms, problems, solutions. Okay. So E6 better, again close it off. Okay. E7, like I'll do anything for money kind of people. You have this problem, I don't care, give me my money or give me money. Kind of attitude will come. Again, people will not like them. Again, fights, confusions, too much of confusions, not able to take a decision properly, not bothered about others. All this is problems of E7. E8. Anyone has E8 entrance, confirmed 100%, there will be a thief in the house. Either father will steal from son, son will steal from father, mother will steal from mother, something will happen. 100%. If this is there in the warehouse or factory or office, all your employees are number one chore or thief, right? So I've seen this. This is 100%. There's never been a case where this has got missed. Very powerfully negative entrance. All right. So anyone experiences these kind of stuff, E8, thefts and all those things, accidents, financial losses, all those things, then you will have the E8. And one more thing, you will not know who has stolen the stuff. If you have things going lost in your house and you don't know who it is, E8 entrance. Okay. You close the heat entrance, that guy will get caught. That's a very beauty of this. Okay. So I'll tell you a story sometime. It's a very nice, interesting story of one of my clients. Right. S1. First entrance begins in southeast direction, first half of southeast. The S1, I mean, not so negative. Problem is, if you have a teenage son, then they will not like you. They will not like, it's like now how we saw N7 for girls. Same way, this S1 is for male kids. It'll, like, they'll feel that my parents don't know anything, or, I'm not probably my parents' son, I was switched at birth, or something like that. Okay? So there'll not be any kind of uh, parent-son relationship at all. The bond will not be there. Right? So S1 generally a very bad effect on male side. S2 is extremely good for salaried professionals and also people who are running a service business. S2 is good for service business people. Like, let's say you're doing a housekeeping service or any IT service or um, CA, CS, working, you're a professional working for someone else, then this is very good because this gives you an ability to satisfy the need of others. Okay, you'll always be able to make others needs satisfied to the maximum extreme possible. S2 is also good for salary professionals. If you are a business owner who's into manufacturing, etc., then don't do this because then what will happen is you'll start working for either one of your clients, vendors, or your employees just to feed them. You'll work. Okay, so all this negative is kind of. S3 again, one of the brilliant entrances. Extreme money, success. What do you say? They will know how to get the work done. Everything will be there. S4, extreme money and fame. Very good for restaurants. Very good for places that require name and fame to sell. Politicians also. S4 is also very good for politicians. Okay, if E4 is for making connections, S4 is for giving them fame and recognition. Name, fame, and recognition. S5 is Yama. Completely avoid that entrance. Very, very difficult field. Like, not only deaths, it also leads to a lot of health problems and finally death of the family head or the head of the house. Therefore, the family goes into deaths and financial struggles, sell the property and all that. So the problem will get over only when they sell the property because they will not realize the entrance is S5. S5 is Yama. All right. So I know two such cases. All right. So one though is like my family, and second is my neighbor. Right. So very, very unfortunate stuff. But yeah. And that too, it's not a direct entrance. For my neighbor, there was unfortunately a mirror which reflected the entrance, and therefore it was a virtual shifting, which we'll study later, but it still had that very bad effects. S6, again, poverty, strained relations. I'm not going to get into this. Better don't stay in the house vacant, right? Because see, S6 is a subpart of South-Southwest. Okay, so a short story about South-Southwest. South-Southwest is the reason is the direction of disposal. Okay, it disposes of all the unwanted things from your life. It is like you discarding all, you eat food, right? You absorb the energy and then you discard the rest of it, your body that food. Same way, same function, South-Southwest does. Okay, S6 and S7 entrances both do the similar effects. So if you have entrance in either of these, please avoid. S8, again, so a lot of, again, problems. Never have a southwest entrance outside. Okay. W1, lot of problems, a lot of health diseases, and what do you say? Untimely loss of people. You will not expect that people, why they died so soon. All those things will happen. Okay. Complete lack of stability because it's a direction that's supposed to give you stability, right? And there you open it. It was supposed to be a wall that's to give you the stability. But you remove that wall and complete stability goes off, right? So W1 is extremely bad. W2, it's like, how do I say this? The W2 is one direction where you completely will not be used. Okay, W2 will not be completely used at all. Say, for example, you have an entrance in W2, you will not be able to express something to anyone, and you will think that they don't like you, or you have that false feelings of them. You become insecure. Yeah. So it's not insure, it's insecure, and Mr. ENCO then. All right. So it's insecure. They become very insecure for W2. W3, fantastic for businessmen, vendors, traders, stock market, wonderful entrance. W3, absolute money and growth. Money will not get spent. Okay, a lot of savings will be there. Sometimes people become misers also. Okay, hoarding all this. Right? So W4, this is the Rajasan. So W4 is the West is the best. In Vastu, West is best. So anything you want will happen. Every wish will get fulfilled. Everything will be like, like a king's kind of thing, right? You want it, it'll happen. Anything you want, not just money. Anything you want, it'll happen. One of the best entrances, W4. But just next to it, W5. What will happen? W4 will give you whatever you want. W5 will keep increasing that. So many of them have a west entrance, full west entrance, W4 and W5. What happens is W4, they'll be wanting something, they'll be getting it. Because they get it, W5 is also open, right? The ambition will never stop. When you go to a point where, like, it's like the stock market. That's going up. I'll keep holding, I'll keep buying. Or, when you do a put call and buy call. So I'll keep straddling and do all those strategies. Finally, or whatever you want, you'll lose it. Okay, so becomes over ambitious. W6 entry, 100%, 100%, you will see a ghost in your house. W6 and W7 both, west northwest, is supposed to be the west northwest is the direction. Again, it's one of the disposal directions, but where toilet can be there. But the toilet is allowed only in two directions. One is south southwest, other is west northwest. Okay. West northwest is also a direction for detoxification. It is actually called as a Rona Mula. In Hindi or Sanskrit, it's called as a Rona Mula, where you go and sit and let out your emotions. Okay. It also has another function. You see, when you let out, what happens? You get to know the real, either when you let out emotions or when something happens, when you get to know the real face of people, or when that screen between the reality and the. See, we are all living in some sort of a. I wouldn't say simulation, it's not matrix, but we all live in some kind of, what do you say? I forgot the exact word for it. Sort of a illusion, right? We all live in sort of illusion. Right? We know that all of us are going to, end one day, but still we all earn money and do all these things. So, when the West Northwest helps you to, not helps you, it actually removes that screen and shows you the reality. Like, for example, well, there was this one case. So this I have to give you an example, right? So I don't want to tell story, but it's a short story. When I think I would have told this to a couple of people, but helps you understand. So the West Northwest entrance, what it will lead you to is, for example, the sun. If you talk to the sun, he will tell my mother and father do not like me. You ask them why. So because they will say that, they didn't want to have me. I am just a byproduct of their lust. Very simple. This is how the client talks to me, right? So because, it helps him to, it has, completely removed that veil between reality and the illusion that we live in. So WNW does that. So even in your house, what will happen is there are the unseen world, right? So West Northwest is the unseen world. It will help you see the unseen world because it removes that veil or curtain or whatever. So there'll be a lot of spirits, right, which you cannot see, unseen world. So WNW, when you have an entrance there, you will be able to see them because it removes that veil. All right. So if he wants to have some good paranormal experience do have an entrance in W6, W7. Let me know how it goes. Okay. So yeah, W8 and W6, W7 will also give you addiction to drugs and depression as well. Okay. W8, one of the most selfish people, that they will, it's like, they'll deploy all means to spoil your name and, influence others. And they'll think that they're gaining, but finally they're not gaining anything. Okay. They don't care about anything. They just want to, get something out of it, then they'll get. It's like, the Batman dialogue. Some men just want to watch the world burn. Right? So it's that kind of people. Right? So that's W8. Right. I think we've covered all the 32 entrances. Right. So now,
Just one question, sir.
yeah.
If suppose like in the apartments, suppose one entrance, any entrance if we take like N1, N2, and all those each floor will have exactly same layout. Normally 10 floors will have same flats throughout. So
Yes.
everybody
Yes.
will experience the same thing, or like what?
Yes. Depending on, right, so this is a generic vastu. That's why I told this is a generic vastu, right? Depending on their chart, let's say on their chart, they have the particular direction is not good for them. Then that's why you'll find, let's say you're living in a 10 floor building. All right. 6 of them might do very well if the entrance is positive. You find out that your entrance is positive. So all the people above and below you expect them to be doing very well, but they will not.
No, that's my question.
Some might be good, some might be bad, some might be extremely bad. Then you will think, how is Vastu not affecting them, or how is Vastu affecting them so badly? Because that's where the Astro Vastu comes into play.
Okay.
Okay, so every direction is given a particular Rashi house, and then you shift it. And so that I think when you come to that, we'll discuss that.
Okay.
So, remember the case we studied first? Screen is off, is it? Can you tell me which entrance does this house plan have? You're able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So which entrance does this house have?
Southeast.
Tell me the number.
E7.
E7. How?
S6.
S6. Where are you guys looking at?
S1.
Oh, okay, that is yeah.
Okay, just to clarify, this is the entrance.
S6, S5 or S6?
Yeah.
S5 or S6? How?
S1.
S3, right?
Huh?
S3 or S2?
S1.
S3.
S2.
Let
S2.
let me zoom in on this thing in case you are on.
S1 and S2.
Okay, now is it clear?
S1 and S2.
S2, I think.
How is
No,
S1?
it is east, southeast, right? Okay.
Yes. No, this is the entrance. Yeah, one house can have multiple entrances also. So if you consider this as an entrance where people are going in and coming out, then this will also become an entrance. In which case, your E6 becomes an entrance. But this is a main entrance. If you consider this as a main entrance, then it is S1 and S2. From here to here is S2. This part is S1. So mostly they will have more effects of S2 than S1. So in this case, this house is okay for a person who is employed or is a service professional. Okay. This is how we identify entrances. Anyone has a gridded map plan, we can do some exercise, but if not. Anyway, so this is to give you an idea.
Okay.
Naveen, I have a question.
Yes.
When we were making this gridded chart, we did the height degree differentiation from the Google Earth, and we rotated the chart. So where to keep the attach this compass in the first place? Like, as per what the house plan says, that this is the north direction, and you keep it, and then you.
So you align it to the sea. For example, why did I put it like this? See, the compass was like this, right? It was like this
Yeah.
when I pasted it, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me delete this. Let it be there. See, I assumed that this was the road. Okay, so what I did was, I just put the compass here. Okay.
Correct.
Okay, and I thought the road is somewhere between south to east. Okay.
Hmm.
So I just put the compass like this, approximately.
Okay.
And then I rotated it according to the exact degree. First, I placed it. See, for example, let's say I would have pasted the. Let's say this is how I copy pasted the map.
Yeah.
Okay. And the road is now between south to east. What will I do? First, I will rotate this thing.
Yeah.
First, I will rotate it. Okay. Then
Mhm.
I will look at the degree and I will again rotate it to the exact degree.
Okay. Okay. Understood. Yeah.
See, it's basically you need to find out, you look at the Google Maps and understand which is the north direction. Very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Do it for
Okay.
your house first, then you will understand.
Yeah.
Check out your house plan. All right. So yeah, if you don't have your house plan and you want a professional one and you have to spend money and all, don't do that. Go to qb.casa, cubi.casa. Okay. One plan is free per email ID. You want multiple plans, create multiple email IDs. Okay. So go house by house, scan your rooms, and then create the layout map. All right.
Mm.
Once the map is created, then you figure out which is the north in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you go to Google Maps or Earth, figure out where your road is coming. If it's a corner building and two-way roads, then which is your front, which is your back, where's your terrace and all that. You figure out. You'll be able to find out which direction
Yeah.
to go. Once you approximately fix it, then you draw a line, exactly find how much is your building tilted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understood.
And
But
then option. Yeah.
but why cannot we use the compass directly and then the directions which is given by the compass?
Which compass? Compass is something we place. So this compass, for example, Sagarji, I can place it like this also. There are 360 ways of placing this compass. How will I know which direction is correct?
No, but normally if we know which is the east direction, the sun rises.
Okay. Okay. Sun rises in the east. Sun rises always at 90 degrees east.
No, it is little bit here and there, yeah.
Sun is no, not little bit. Sun rises anywhere between your southeast to east northeast.
Correct.
Okay. So the sun rising is definitely not possible. You can take the sun rises from here, so you can know that between this large area, you know that east will come. Between this area to the area, you know that east, northeast to southeast should come between this area. You can find out that way. But you cannot accurately place the compass. Vastu is all about precision. Like how KP astrology is all about precision. You need the exact birth time and location and latitude, longitude, etc. Same way, for these things also, you need exactly the latitude, longitude, orientation also.
So basically, we are trying to identify the exact which is the direction of your houses.
Exactly. Yes.
Mm.
That's why you look at the Google Maps, because Google Maps gives you the current satellite location. So they scan from the satellite, right? And they give the exact orientation. Let's say your builder has given you an architectural plan. Who knows he has built it to the exact orientation? Maybe he has missed it by a couple of degrees. Okay, and most of these builders, even the biggest projects, the names, the who's who of the industry, when they give that architectural plan, they give you that reference north. They give you the north as reference in most of the floor plans. And that will be 100% wrong. You can check it out. Okay, so because see, I am speaking so much on this because I did not learn Vastu directly from a person. I started doing it. Okay, so I started learning it about in 2018-19 when I was searching for a couple of houses and slowly, how do I center it and all that. So that's where I started this.
Okay.
So that's where I'm trying. I'm able to understand everything, every question that you ask, I'm able to understand. And I'm trying to give you a what will happen if you do that. How should you do it better? So it's always best that you use. See, earlier there was a very easy tool with Google Maps. Unfortunately, they deleted that tool. The same measure tool was there in Google Maps, but now it's there only in Google Earth.
Okay.
Okay. So
because what happens, like in Google Earth, just now I was trying to focus my building, but it is not that it is coming a little blur. That's what.
No, you just need the outline of the building, right? Can you share your screen? Let's discuss your house. Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
Do you have a house plan by any chance?
No, I don't. Tomorrow I will get it. Actually, I have
Yeah.
but I will. Can you? I will just go on Google Earth and I will just show how
Yeah,
is.
please share that. Yeah, by the way, see, tomorrow, all of you please come with your house plan, gridded house plan, and then we'll discuss whether it's right or wrong. I'll also throw in what do you say, a motivation thing. So what happens is this is a boot camp, right? Today boot camp. Obviously, at the end of class tomorrow, whatever, I will pitch you the Vastu full course. What are the details about it? What all you will learn? How much it will cost, etc. So those who come up with the gridded plan for discussion tomorrow, with proper where your so I want to know where your entrance is, where your toilet seat is, that's your Western closet is, and then your um, kitchen burners. All right. And then your sleeping position, exact sleeping where you sleep in that house, right? So use your Cubic as app, it's all free. Just spend time, do that again. Those who get this tomorrow, get a 10% off on my the course fee. Okay, so tomorrow again some more activity like that. Who submits that will get another 10% off, right? So I want to motivate this and at least get the things done. And okay, yes, Sagarji.
Okay,
awesome. So which tower is yours?
This one is. Can you see my arrow?
Yeah, I can see your arrow.
Okay. So this is the place where my house is on 14th floor.
Perfect. So that road is which side? Do you face the lake or do you face the road?
Yeah, I got a house which is facing both road and lake.
Okay, it's a single house for the entire floor.
No, there are two houses. It is like a duplex house. So they are built in such. This house is built in such a way that each flat will get both the views, the lake and the road.
Can you zoom in?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the second tower, is it, or third tower? Which one is this?
The first wing. This here.
The first one. Okay.
Yeah.
Now can you find out just put a line over there, measure, go to the measure tool on top. No, do it on the terrace. Put it on any one terrace wall.
Terrace, huh?
Terrace wall.
Okay.
Single click only. I think you made a mistake. We'll take some for you to learn this, but so. Always do from bottom to up because that will give you the heading of north. That is why.
No, you can do it on a terrace like this in the center. It will give.
Yeah, just click anywhere.
Huh.
Okay, so the problem here is you have done from left to right. Always do it from bottom to up.
Sorry?
When you do from left to right, it gives you the heading to east.
Okay.
When you do from, and that is actually, again, you have to minus 90 degrees. It becomes confusing. Do it from bottom to up.
Bottom to top, huh?
Yeah, bottom up. Yes. That's it. Press escape. Yeah. Oh, the full thing goes off. Is it? Okay. That's it. That's it. Now, just make this line parallel to the one of the walls on the terrace. Yeah. One of the lines on the terrace. Just make it parallel to that. I think there is some issue. The line has become a little sticky. Anyway, so you get the heading there. So you just have to make it exactly parallel. Okay. You can zoom in a bit more, make it exactly parallel. Maybe the shadow is there, no? There you can make it exactly parallel. Okay. It's almost parallel. It's almost parallel, but still to make it exact, make it exactly parallel. What is the scroll down? What is the heading? No, you have done a mistake. Don't put the third spot. Just put only two. No, it will not come. You need to start from first. No, you need to start from first.
Okay, restart again, huh?
Press escape. Yeah, press escape. Yeah, start from first. Just put only two things. Yeah. Put it in the left corner, no? Put in the left corner. Yeah. No. Here. Wait. How do I show you? Wait, you'll be able to see my screen, no? Wait, let me mark it for you. Here. Put this line here.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So then, because it is straight, then we'll know exactly. Yeah. That's it.
Then take it like this.
No, that's all. Hold it. Nothing. You don't do it. Just look at right. You see the heading, 9.58 degrees.
Uh-huh.
That's all. When you put the campus on your house plan, keep your house plan towards north. Okay. Keep your house
Okay.
plan towards north, and then offset your compass by -9 degrees or -9.5 degrees, whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Got it.
So this is how you find the magnetic declination. It's also called as orientation.
Okay.
Perfect. If you have two houses, then are they connected by each other?
Sorry?
Are they connected inside the two houses?
Yeah. Connected inside means?
Like, are they continuous? You can go from one house to the other, right? Inside itself. It's not like two separate houses.
No, it is a one house only, but they have made like bedrooms such a way that my bedroom is got a staircase which is going down, and then that's why I got a view of lake and road, and the neighbor, he's got a bedrooms going up, so he's also getting these views like that. So it's a like duplex houses.
Understood.
Hmm.
Check. Okay. So then, check folks. So get your gridded house plans tomorrow. Take it and grid it and come. We'll also discuss how accurate it is. And also compare your entrances and compare your symptoms in your life. Okay. And tell me how closely it matched. So tomorrow, I think we will study about, we'll mostly discuss this thing, make sure this is very clear. So these three are very important. And then we look at remedies for kitchen and toilet seats, and sleeping zones. So we look at toilets, kitchen seats, sleeping zones, and before all of this, we'll look into the 32, all the 45 devatas and what they do. Very quick rush through. I have a PDF, I'll share it, but just quickly rush you through it. Okay. So I think that's it for today. Any doubts, queries?
But how it will be linked to our astro, like because based on
Sorry?
that, tomorrow we'll be linking our astro with Vastu with our charts, or like what?
No, that is still at least 22 classes away, 25 classes away.
Okay.
This I just wanted to do a boot camp to understand, for you to understand whether you have a liking in Vastu, whether you be able to handle it. If you will handle it, then we'll do a full course. So this is the first time I'm teaching Vastu. First of all, thanks to Yashwant and a couple of other folks who've been really nudging and forcing me to do a course. So I was a little busy and held up. So I thought I've been skipping this for a very long time, right? So I really wanted to do it, but